Jason Rzucidlo reporting inside the Breslin Center at Michigan State University for the 2011 Spring Commencement Ceremony. Stay tuned for some interviews with some of the graduates right here at MSU. Yep. So how does it feel to be a graduate here at Michigan State?
You know, it's a good feeling. It's a sad feeling too. I've enjoyed my 4 years here, all the friends I've made, the education that I've had while I'm here. It's been a great process, but you know, it's the next process in life going on. But it's great that I had the experience to come here. I loved everything about MSU. It was one of the best experiences I could have had in my life, so everything was just very enjoyable.
And your degree, which kind of degree did you get?
I'm getting a degree in journalism and public relations.
So today we had Mr. Steve Wozniak here. What did you think of his remarks?
Steve Wozniak was amazing because he's a very intelligent guy, obviously, but he's also very down to earth. And just the way he interacted with us, the way he talked to us, he was inspiring, but it wasn't in a pompous way, I would say. It was nice to have somebody here that could inspire us in a more down to earth and personal way.
Now he's from Apple, so do you have the the iPhone, the iPad, the iMac, all that stuff?
I just have iPod Touch. I don't have a Mac. I plan on getting that soon, but maybe because of his speech here, it'll help me get some.
All right. Any other comments here at the commencement?
Just go green, go white. It was a great day, and glad that everybody's here.
So what did you think of the ceremony here today?
I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't come, but I think it was definitely worth it to listen to Steve Wozniak and to kind of spend the time with my friends.
Now since he's from Apple, do you have like the iPod, the iPhone, all that type of stuff?
I do not have an iPhone, but I do have an iPod. But mine is generally a lot older than most people. I still have a mini.
Now what did you get your degree in?
I have a degree in packaging and in Spanish.
So how does it feel to be a graduate of Michigan State?
It's really exciting, and I think now that the job market is picking up, it's a lot better time for a lot of us, and I'm ready to move on to the next phase.
Any other remarks while we're still here?
I guess just go green.
And so how does it feel to be a graduate at Michigan State?
I'm overjoyed. I don't know. I couldn't be any happier. I'm going on to med school next year, so it's done everything that it's needed to do for me, and I knew I was going to be a Spartan.
So then you got a bachelor's then right now?
Yeah, I do. I've got a bachelor's in science from Lyman Briggs, the Natural Science College here.
So we had Steve Wozniak here before. What did you think of his remarks?
I thought he was a great speaker. He was pretty uplifting, pretty inspiring. I mean, he was no Barack Obama or anything, but he was good. I'm glad they had him.
Now, since he's from Apple, do you have the iPhone and the iPod and all those type of stuff?
I really don't, no. I mean, I wish he'd been handing them out because I could use one, but I'm not really a big fan of Apple, so it was just about the speaker.
You're not thinking of maybe buying one now that you heard him speak?
Oh, no, not just because of that. I mean, he's a good guy, but I'm still not going to go Apple just because of that.
Any other remarks while we're still here?
No, that's about it. Just congratulations to all the seniors.
So how does it feel to be a graduate here from Michigan State?
Feels great. Happy to have had experience here, but happy to graduate as well.
Now today we had Mr. Steve Wozniak. What did you think of his speech?
It was a good speech, actually. He's a pretty funny guy, actually.
Now, do you have the iPod and the iPhone and all that type of stuff?
I don't own anything Apple, actually.
Think you might be considering it now that you heard him speak?
Nope. Still really stick with Microsoft.
And what did you get your degree in?
Media Arts and Technology.
And any other comments here today before we wrap it up?
Go Green.
Another topic, this is a happy graduation. We just did announce the education cuts. Just what are your reaction? How do you think that's going to affect the families?
Well, they're not surprising. We had taken the unusual step 3 years ago of planning that the structural deficit for the state would be about 13%. So we picked 13% as a planning number and have made a number of changes from eliminating positions to dramatic changes in health care, looking at energy, all the basic aspects of the budget, so that we could anticipate that number. So we're well within the planning parameters that we had thought about. It's a little bit higher. It's disappointing when you particularly put this year in the context of a 10-year decline in support for public higher education. So it's not just this. But for the campus, the plans are in place, and I think you won't see much different next fall because we put all those plans in place, not because it's not a dramatic or draconian cut.
As you said, with the job outlook looking better this year, any particular fields or students who are particularly doing well in?
Well, actually, it was pretty much across the board. If you look at the preliminary placement data, obviously, and I think that's a tribute to people seeing the value of liberal arts students, particularly in the high-tech world, which Steve Wozniak will talk about today, where there's plenty of places for students who are not necessarily fully techie, because this generation is tech-savvy, to use their liberal arts skills or creative skills in new and different ways.
What about the choice of Steve Wozniak? What do you hope the students get from him?
Well, I think there you have a story of something they've taken for granted in their lives. I mean, these students have grown up with a computer as being a regular part of their existence. And to think that these things that we take so much for granted were once extraordinary inventions born out of entrepreneurship and creativity. And also that they have the power to do good and to harm. And he's worked not simply to use computers as a power of technology, but a power of good, and to democratize access to information.